This is the Meta Conversion API, and apparently it helps you gain more sales from your ads. But does it really? I will break down the myth and see if it actually will help you gain more sales from your ads. Who am I? I'm Rasmus. I'm the founder of TrueROAS ad attribution platform, and I wrote the algorithm myself. We actually do exactly the same thing as the conversion API in our backend, so I know quite a lot about this subject. We also track millions and millions in ad spend for thousands of e-commerce stores, and we helped thousands. But that's enough about me. Now, let's see how the Facebook ad algorithm actually works. So the first thing that Facebook does whenever something comes in or whenever you run a conversion event is they try to find the next purchaser. They always try to find the next person to do the event that you wanted to do, which most of the time is purchase. And the way that they do this is by looking at user behavior and in their huge database of people that they know have committed a certain action. For example, if you purchased in store number 1, maybe you will also purchase in store number 2. So if you ever notice that your ads are kind of dying off when you increase the budget, this is the Facebook algorithm not having sufficient people to find for the next event. And if this is happening to you, where you increase the budget and the performance just dies off, press the like button so I know if it's happening to you as well. So basically, it's not optimized enough so that they can see, oh, this kind of person want to buy. And in order to get all of this data, they use events. Like when they go onto your site, it's a page view, and when they go to your product page, it's a view content, etc., etc. And I'm gonna tell you exactly how this works, but first of all, we gotta dig a little bit deeper into how the pixel got started. Basically, it was a couple of people from the 90s that were ambitious marketers and browser people that created the little web pixel that they could put into emails. And this was an image. So basically, when someone opened the email, the image showed and it called the server so they could track whatever was going on and see if the email was open. And then they just started using it on the web pages. And all of a sudden, we have this huge tracking system that's also based on cookies. And the people that introduced the cookies were the Netscape people as well in the Netscape browser, which you've probably never seen, but that's the first browser. And this image was used with 1 pixel, so you couldn't really see it, and that's where the name pixel comes from. It has also been called like web beacon, web bug, and a bunch of other stuff, but that's where it comes from, just a 1 pixel thing. And when you install a Facebook pixel, you still install the image and the normal script today. Anyways, let me tell you a little bit about why the pixel sucks and why it cannot track everything. So the pixel used to be the best way to do this, but people also evolved, and all of a sudden data laws came in. Apple started blocking tracking, this allow tracking that is in the iPhone. That thing came out, and that's where the pure chaos started, because only 18 to 35% of people actually allow tracking, and otherwise they block so many things. There are ways to get around it though, but let's take that later. So basically, that's what the AT&T says about the benchmarks. But Digital Data Benchmark also says that 20 to 40% of all pixel events are lost nowadays. Back in the day, it was only like 5%, but now it's so much. And these new things, data laws, ad blockers, iOS, that's what sparked the creation of the Conversion API and how it became a core part of advertising. And this is the story about how the Conversion API was created. So like I said, it all started by iOS, ad blockers, and data laws blocking the pixel. But what actually sparked it from the beginning was the data leak from Cambridge Analytics, which also made it really tough on Facebook because they looked so fucking bad. So they couldn't really collect data the way they used to. They need to actually get you to send the data to them. Otherwise, they break a bunch of laws. That's where GDPR came from, pretty much. And that is just because this Cambridge Analytics thing made the government really worry about it. And Cambridge Analytics is basically just leaking a bunch of Facebook profiles, like all of the email. It was so much data, and it's still out there on the dark web. And that's basically what is done with the Conversion API. You actively send the data instead of Facebook just collecting it. And when all this chaos from iOS 14 came out in 2019, this is how it affected me. I was running a lot of ads at the time, and I was specializing in creating Facebook audiences and lookalike audiences All of this based on the really good data in the Facebook pixel that just got demolished. And basically, if you remember, but like 50% of the purchases was just not there. And all of these missed events made the Facebook algorithm not able to find that next purchaser, which made it super hard. And when it doesn't just happen for me, but for everyone else, because when I send the data to Facebook, it helps someone else too, then that's where the big chaos came from. It's like a hockey stick decline. So basically for me, I had no choice. I had to solve this. At the time, it felt like an impossible problem, but I really put my head down and I quickly realized that the most important part was the Facebook click ID. So when somebody clicks an ad, there's always this little ID that Facebook has in the backend system. So when they click it, they know which person clicked it. Only if the pixel sends it back. And if you send that back with the conversion API, that makes a huge difference. By doing that and using first-party data for the purchases, I could actually recover almost everything. And this was the huge break for me where I realized, wow, this makes a huge difference and gave me a big advantage at the time. So just a little bit of an explanation. What is third-party data and what is first-party data? First-party data is basically when you're sending stuff from your home, like if you send it directly to the server and you're sending it from your home. But if you are using third-party data, it's basically like you're sending it through the mailman and then the mailman has to walk to the server and deliver it there. So using a third party. So it makes it a lot easier for stuff to go wrong. Like if you just deliver it to yourself, you know it's going to get there. But if you use a third party, what's going to happen? And that's why you need to connect to the server to get that first party data. Anyways, so what is the actual conclusion here? Should you use the conversion API? Do you need to do it? Because it seems like a lot of work, right? And actually the difference is that if you just use the pixel, you will miss 20 to 40% of the events. And you can save a lot of these by just sending the purchases. But unless you send everything that the user does, a lot of it is gonna go missing. And when I started TrueROAS, this was the main core problem that I was solving. And when I saw the people that I helped with this, just setting up this system, I wasn't selling it, they became so thankful because it just solved so many problems for them. And this is kind of when I realized that I need to be working with this. This is such a huge problem. Everyone has it, even to this day. It's such a huge problem because you're losing optimization of your ads. So you're spending more to get less, pretty much, if you're not optimizing. And what we're seeing in our data through ROAS is that this helps ad optimization by 15 to 70%. So if you are getting $1,000 per day in sales from your ads, you're probably gonna see like $150, $170 extra. And over time that adds up. What is that in a month? Quick math, $4,500. So that's quite a big difference just from installing Conversion API, which can be easy if you do it the easy way. So if you notice that your ads just die off and you don't really know why, like when you increase the budget, they just kind of die off, lack of data. We already established that. So to really summarize, why do you need the Conversion API? 1, you need it to recover the lost events. 2, you need it to be able to send third-party data. And you need it in order for the ad algorithm to find your next customer faster and cheaper so that you can scale higher. So if you want to know how to integrate the Conversion API, I'm also going to have a video on my channel coming out real soon, probably presenting here. But all in all, thank you for watching, and like if this is something that helped you and if you want to know more about concepts like this.